Have you ever wondered what are the best whole food sources for electrolytes? Like really? Obviously, we know that water is important. We know that sodium is important, but what are the best foods, whole foods that you can get electrolytes? Well, we're going to discuss that in this video. If you're new, welcome to the channel. My name is Eli Gary. If you are not new and returning, welcome back. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment so we can make more videos educating you with nutrition and health and mentality just like this one. So when it comes to electrolytes, we obviously know that water and sodium are going to be the most important two things when it comes to hydrating your body. But there are other electrolytes, especially potassium and magnesium, that have a role to play. And out of the other two, potassium is definitely going to have a big role to play in addition to sodium and water. So what are the best whole food sources to find potassium and also magnesium? Well, these are going to be fruits. Fruits, all types of fruits, especially watermelon, which is probably going to be number one. A cup of diced watermelon is going to contain roughly about 170 milligrams of potassium in that serving. Now, there are other foods or fruits like cucumbers, which are actually still labeled as fruits. They're not vegetables, they're fruits, that also contain potassium, much higher, about 450 milligrams of potassium. But what you need to understand is that potassium is the third most important ingredient when it comes to hydration. It's water, sodium, then potassium, then magnesium. So if your potassium is too high and you don't have enough salt to compensate, having too much potassium will actually cause you to get hydrated initially, but then quickly possibly get dehydrated because it's going to pull too much sodium out of your body, resulting in cramps. So you want to make sure that you have the right ratio. You want to have sodium, potassium, then magnesium, and then obviously you're going to have water. So cucumbers are a very good source of this. If you are someone that's really trying to watch their sugar intake, maybe you consume too much sugar in general, you're prone to consuming too much sugar, cucumbers are a really good way to get electrolytes without adding additional sugar. Now, if you're also on a ketogenic diet or a very low carb diet where you really restrict your carbohydrates, then cucumber is something you can also consider. But you also have to remember that although cucumbers have virtually no sugar, they do have about 11 grams of carbohydrates per serving. So just keep that in mind. Now, going back to fruits and potassium, watermelon's obviously going to be good. Bananas are going to be great. Cantaloupe, honeydew, oranges. These are all great sources for electrolytes, and these would be my number one choices for electrolytes. Now, the thing about fruits is that they taste good. Some of them are sweeter than others. They are able to help you power through your workouts and your training, but they're not always convenient to take with you. A banana, it's going to, obviously get brown. It's going to ripen pretty quickly depending on when you picked it. And it's just not always as convenient to bring everywhere. Some people may not like bananas as much. And, so it's a give and take. Same thing with watermelon. Watermelon, I love watermelons, but they are, they're obviously big. You gotta, chop them up. You gotta dice them up, usually blend it. You can put it in a container or something, but they're not always easy to transport with. So this is why electrolytes in stick packs, are much more popular these days because they're convenient for you to take anywhere. So just something to keep in mind. So when it comes to magnesium is also somewhat important when it comes to hydration, but it's more of something that is more of a factor when it comes to recovery. So magnesium is not something I really prioritize when it comes to my electrolyte consumption. But if you are going to look for sources of magnesium, you're really going to be best to get it from just eating a clean diet. And then if you feel like you need to supplement more later in the day or after a workout, I will look for forms like magnesium glycinate, magnesium malate, those forms of magnesium. But just going back to the summary of this video, fruits are going to be the best bet for hydration. Make sure that you're adding salt to your fruits, because eating fruits alone without enough sodium is still going to cause you to have an incomplete ratio of your electrolytes. So you don't want to be eating fruits and then feel energetic and hydrated and then only cramp up later on because you didn't have enough sodium. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you are someone who likes to eat fruits, but maybe you're not always able to get them, they're not always in season, they're not always easy to take and travel with, which we all know, then you can opt for a type of electrolyte blend that you can take with you and you can transport it, you can pour in your water bottle. And I am biased, obviously, because I'm the owner and founder of Warrior Salt Electrolytes. We offer a clean, performance-based hydration blend that's made with pink Himalayan salt, organic cane sugar, organic fruit, with no additives, no stevia. So if you're interested in that, you can always check that out in the link in the description of this video, and we will see you in the next one.